Psyche, good pressure, and she's won the ball back for Brighton Hove Albion. Kiko Psyche! Well, that didn't take long for the Japanese forward. A stunning debut goal. Villamala, space is opening up for Poppy Pattinson. Poppy Pattinson, blue and white shirts waiting. It's towards the back post. Psyche's there again. She has 2 on debut, and the Albion have their second at Broadfield. The blue and white shirts flooded forward in number. Pattinson picked out the cross. Any one of 3 could have got on the end of it, but Psyche was well placed. Fran Kirby for Brighton and Hove Albion. Up steps Kirby. New season, new club, same Fran Kirby. Wastes no time in making an impact. And there's another debutant on the score sheet for the Seagulls. And there's a mix-up at the back for Everton, and Psyche could be in. It's Kiko Psyche. It's an outstanding 3rd goal. A debut hat-trick for Kiko Psyche. Beyond her wildest dreams, she has scored 3 stunning goals on her Albion debut.
Another corner kick for the Seagulls, this time from the right. Into the middle it goes, Bergsvard rises and heads home. The away side take the lead, and it's Guro Bergsvand from a set piece. We saw that last season for the Seagulls, the Norwegian centre-back rising above the crowd to steer it home. It's Birmingham City 0, Brighton Hove Albion 1, and Guro Bergsvand is off the mark for the season. Will it be on a Schlagers to deliver, or Maisie Simons to strike? Up steps Simons, it's fantastic! The Albion's dead ball specialist delivers again. Maisie Simons, take a bow. You do not save those. Stepped up and whipped it beyond the arms of Spakowska. Madison Haley has held it up so well this evening. That's St Andrews, back out to Aisha Masaka. Haley's continued her run, and there's yellow shirts in the middle if she can pick one out. In it goes towards Fran Kirby, who arriving late from midfield makes it Birmingham City 0, Brighton and Hove Albion 3. Well, Haley's had a few chances of her own, turned provider this time, and an inch-perfect cross is converted with the most delicate of touches from Fran Kirby, and what a start to life with the Seagulls Fran Kirby's having.
Well, Aston Villa won this fixture back in May by 1-0. Nisha Lehman was on target that day. Is there an immediate response from the home side? Towards the far post, it's been kept alive and it's been put in. How about that? Aston Villa were not ahead for long. And it's the other number 9 on target. Nikita Paris with her first goal of the season. Levels for Brighton. And Zadali loses out. Paris picks it up. Bruna to her left-hand side. Fed through beautifully. There's an opportunity, and Brighton are ahead. It's Pauline Bremer on target, and the home side have turned this around in the first half. Up steps Kirby. No mistake. A 3rd goal in Brighton colours for Fran Kirby. And a 3rd goal for Brighton this afternoon against Aston Villa. And are they heading now for all 3 points? Adjaman to seal the deal, and she does. Brighton are surely home and hosed now. Michelle Adjaman, the substitute, with her first goal in Brighton colours.
Paris. Yet to really get involved, Nikita Paris today. But here's Paulina Bremer. First time cross from Cankovic, it's looping towards Yanez, who comes, hasn't claimed it cleanly, and it's tucked into the bottom corner. Bruna Villamala off the mark for the Seagulls. It's not the prettiest goal, but she won't care. It's Crystal Palace 0, Brighton Hove Albion 1. Palace appealed to Kirsty Dow, but no sign of this one being ruled out. Brighton and Hove Albion are ahead, and another Seagulls player has their first goal for the club. Rolled down the line, Lasada looking to cross, instead just chips it into the penalty area. Haley waiting. United do enough to scramble it away again. Simons to hit one through the crowd, it's in! It's redirected home by Nikita Paris. United's top scorer from last season scores against the Red Devils at the Amex. Villamala drops the shoulder on Tierney. On goes Villamala, Paris is in there, it might run for Karabali. Haley looking back for Karabali, it's a lovely ball. Is there a finish at the end of it? It's in, and it's Nikita Paris again. She just cannot stop scoring. Paris finishes it off, but the build-up was sensational from the Seagulls. Paris has number 3 for the season. She's netted in 3 successive Albion home games. And what a fantastic team move it was. Not too many options for Madison Haley, so it's back to Maisie Simons. Lasada. Kirby, lovely drag back to Rachel McLaughlin, who will bend it into the far corner and give the Seagulls the lead at the Amex again. All about the delightful flick from Fran Kirby into Rachel McLaughlin's path, who shifted it onto her left and curled it into the bottom left to make it Brighton and Hove Albion 1, West Ham United 0. And now Brighton and Hove Albion will break the other way. McLaughlin, 3 to aim for. It's Paris, it's Seiki and Kirby. It's picked out by Seike, and Seike has guided it into the bottom left, and the Albion have to. From a West Ham chance at one end to a Brighton and Hove Albion goal at the other. McLaughlin involved again. Took her time, rolled it across to Seike, and Seike does just enough to see it trickle into the bottom left. McLaughlin to Cankovic. Paris helping it into Seike's path. It's a neat move. Kirby might find a finish at the end of it. It's Fran Kirby. It's 3-2 Brighton and Hove Albion. The player for the big stage. Fran Kirby puts the Seagulls ahead again. More Amex memories for the Albion's Lioness. A 3rd of the season in the WSL, a 4th in all competitions. And it came at the end of a free-flowing Seagulls move. Nuskin, this time Cankovic robs her. Paris, no flag yet. Seike on the overlap. Seike looking back for Paris. There's a shooting chance perhaps, is there? Still alive for Nikita Paris, space is closing. Laid back off to Cankovic. There's one for the Seagulls. Right back in it. And it's the former Blue, Jelena Cankovic, that swept it in from inside the penalty area. This time it was Chelsea's turn to get caught in possession. The lifeline the Seagulls needed. The lifeline in truth they deserved after their opening half hour. Michelle Adjumang has blocked that clearance. Seike might have a chance. There's a second for the Seagulls. Kiko Seike does pull one back this time. A carbon copy of the chance that Seike failed to take earlier, but this time she rifles it home to make it Chelsea 3, Brighton and Hove Albion 2. Side given away cheaply. Villamala, it's in. Brighton and Hove Albion have the leads, and Bristol City have made a mess of it. Bruna Villamala sweeping it in after the Robins got themselves in a muddle, playing out from the back, and inside the opening 7 minutes it's Brighton Hove Albion 1, Bristol City 0. Lasada to Ole Schlagers. Lovely ball into Villamala. And now joining in is McLaughlin. And McLaughlin has the Albion in front again. Sweeping Seagulls move, and Rachel McLaughlin at the end of it to tuck it into the bottom right. Bramer, edge of the penalty area, looking for a shooting chance and picking out the top corner brilliantly. How about that by Paulina Bramer? Quick feet and an even better finish. Ole Schlagers stole back the goal kick. Paulina Bramer, one-on-one, made absolutely no mistake. Mrs. Pattinson, Bergsvand, Villamala, unconventional touch, but it's come off for Villamala. Ajimang will strike herself and find a fourth. Michelle Ajimang off the mark in the League Cup, squeezing it in at the near post. Villamala brought it out the sky, found Ajimang, who took her time, swiveled her hips, and curled it into the bottom left from 12 yards. Ajimang ran into the stern figure of Mary Ward, who gave it to McLaughlin. Nikita Paris looking for space. Chipped into Villamala, back to Paris, well worked, and there's number 5. Bruna Villamala and Nikita Paris combining for devastating effect. And the Albion add a 5th through the substitute Nikita Paris. 4th of the season in all competitions for Paris. It was tight, it was technical, and it was tucked into the corner. Given away by Bristol City out from the back. Nikita Paris trying to make them pay. And Nikita Paris has found number 6. Her second, 6 for the Albion. Just 2 for Bristol City. And the misery is compiled for the Championship club. Scooped up by Karabali in the middle. Wide to the right-hand side, crossing chance from McLaughlin. Ajimang's the intended target. Ole Schlagers will settle it and bury it in the corner. Well, what a way to get your first goal for the club. Marissa Ole Schlagers with an inch-perfect volley from a tight angle. One touch to kill it and the other to whip it into the back of Tottenham Hotspur's net.
Well, just moments after Liverpool should have made it 2. Here come Brighton. Can they get back into it? Into Paris. Has the chance gone? Oh, it's looped up dangerously. It's in! 1-1. Deflected up over the goalkeeper. Tegan Micah off the back of Gemma Heaven's boot, I think. Saika here put on the afterburner. Evans was across, beaten her easily. She has a look, sees Paris in the middle. Evans trying to get back there, couldn't. Paris tries to get the shot away. Evans is now back in position and it comes off the back of the boot. 1-1.
Chankovic. Driven wide to Bramer. Ole Schlagers. Shooting chance perhaps, just floats it towards the back post where Villamala taps it in. It's the perfect start for Brighton Hove Albion. Ole Schlagers on the left. Dink to Villamala, who was waiting all alone at the back post to tap home. Michelle Ajimang paces out her run-up. And makes no mistake from 12 yards. A thunderous hit from Ajimang, who doubles the Seagulls' lead. The second she stepped up, there was an air of inevitability about that. Another Seagulls corner kick from this right-hand side. Rolled short to Ole Schlagers. Might shoot from here. Marissa Ole Schlagers. Saunders called into action again. And helped over the line by Guro Bergsvand. It's a 3rd for the Seagulls. Durham can't believe it. They're looking at the assistant on the far side. They think that's crossed the line and gone out of play. Ole Schlagers pinged that towards the top corner. It's hit the top of the crossbar and landed back to Guro Bergsvand. In from Ole Schlagers towards the head of Thorisdottir, crashes off the bar. Still loose in the penalty area. McLaughlin keeping it alive. Karabali towards the top corner. Paris has bundled it in. And there's some late gloss to the scoreline. So hard to stop Nikita Paris scoring. Karabali it was that hopefully hooked it back goalward. And decades of Nikita Paris poaching and experience at play there. Veerden. Potter towards Woodham. And all the way home to Mai Asari. What a mistake from Mai Asari! Brighton Hove Albion have the opener. It is a nightmare for the Finnish goalkeeper. Guided back toward her, and did it just bobble under her foot and trickle into the back of the net.
There is Lasada. There's space. Pattinson. His ball into Paris. Wasn't the worst, but Paris will still profit it! And does! Brighton take the lead. Right on the stroke of half-time. And of course, it's Nikita Paris. One of the competition's finest strikers in its history. Here's Paris, in behind, into the penalty area with an opportunity for a second. And she responds. You can always count on Nikita Paris. She may have just handed Brighton away back into this tie.
Gorry caught in possession by Cankovic. Here's Seike. Nicely weighted from Lasada. There's 3 for Cankovic to aim for. McLaughlin towards Paris, and of course it is. It's Nikita Paris again, and it's a near instant Albion response. Smashed into the top corner from inside the penalty area, and Nikita Paris is up to double digits in all competitions this season. Lasada, Kirby now. Albion have players over in the form of Nikita Paris. Lucy Bronze with defending to do. Nikita Paris and Ola Schlagers from the angle has squeezed one in. Brighton Hove Albion a level. An incredible finish from Marissa Oleslagers to make it 1-1. Nikita Paris led the charge and waited for the ball to present itself to Marissa Oleslagers. When it did, it was slid through, and the Dutch international hammered it into the far corner. Infield to Fran Kirby, looking back for Rachel McLaughlin, the wrong side of Baltimore. Drilled towards the near post and towed home. Lasada strikes the Albion ahead. Smashed in by the skipper for her first goal of this season, and what a time to get it. Still alive for Ola Schlagers. Volleyed goalwards, it strikes Morris in the face, runs from McLaughlin, good first touch, back to Kirby, and the Albion lead in London, and Fran Kirby's on the score sheet again. Cut back by Rachel McLaughlin and swept home by Fran Kirby. Her first WSL goal against Spurs on her 125th WSL appearance.
Seike, now Kirby, here's Paris, trying to turn Swaby, tees it up for Haley, who squeezes it past the dive of Leipzig. There is a lifeline. Madison Haley with her first goal since March, and it's a super strike. Kirby against Leipzig. Kirby fires it straight down the middle, and the goalkeeper shows her side, and it's 3-2. Brighton right back in this. 2-2 for the England international.
In from Cankovic towards Paris. Settled by Paris, trying to turn. Ajimang, Simons and Rule, and it's in! Charlie Rule, back from injury for the first time since December of 2023, and she struck one in the bottom left to give the Albion hope. What a way to mark your long-awaited return from injury. Seike. Adjumang waiting at the back post. Seike crosses in towards Adjumang, diverted goalward and diverted in. The best possible start to the second half. Michel Adjumang's memorable fortnight continues. A debut England goal and a well-taken finish here at the Amex.
Seike back into Frank Kirby. Oh, lovely little flick round the corner. Now could be an opportunity. Across goal, Adjumang. Brilliant play from Brighton Hove Albion. Michel Adjumang arriving late at the far post to tuck in from close range. Brilliant build-up play. And we are level. Adjumang making sure that there is absolutely no way that's not going in the back of the net. Little clip ball forward. Seike can keep it in, which they can. Slide ball back to Frank Kirby, into Paris, back to Frank Kirby. There's the brilliance of Frank Kirby. There's the brilliance of Nikita Paris. There's the brilliance of Brighton, 2 apiece. Maybe one final opportunity.
Follow, inside runs.
Lovely ball in, Paris to win it. It had to be Nikita Paris. How many moments has Nikita Paris turned up for in her career? Those in Everton Blue know only too well how devastating she can be in front of goal. What a moment, what a finish, what a player.
Jankovic now plays it back to Frank Kirby. Curling effort, top corner. Brighton in front. And it's Frank Kirby. She loves the goal against Arsenal. And a really stunning goal it was. In comes the corner, inviting cross, headed out by Mornham. And on the volley, Jankovic finds the back of the net. Brighton back in front. It was a really good delivery to the back post. And struck so sweetly on the volley. Clearly, Zinsberg are not comfortable under pressure, and it's through for Jankovic, who dinks it over Zinsberger, and Brighton are back, have a third. And it's Jelena Jankovic again. Arsenal fuming. They tried to play out from the back. With a Champions League final on the horizon in May, the end of May. This is not a good look. Up to Seike. Through on goal, and she finishes! Brighton have a fourth. Brilliant finish from the Japanese international. And Arsenal are falling apart.
Kiko Seike won't get her moment this afternoon, not yet anyway. Paris! Oh, it's a brilliant goal. It's a brilliant goal, Nikita Paris. What a hit. Sabrina D'Angelo thought she'd kept it out, but it's a really vicious strike from Nikita Paris, who has been brilliant this afternoon.